then utility decrease. It means you are a very large country because of your action is effects to the world. When you export a lot, price of clothes in the world goes down, right? But if you're a small country like Thailand, even you export a lot of clothes to the world, it's not affects world price because you are a small country, right? World price of clothes still constant. That's why if it constant, so price of clothes to food is not changed. That's why in this case, export based growth may benefit small country, right? Because utility function or indifferent curve go up. So immunizing growth always occur in large country, but not small country. Okay. This is small. This is small, right? Small. This is large. Okay. So this case is large country because of it affects term of because it affects world equilibrium price. So like export based growth reduce country term of trade, right? Reduce welfare and increase welfare foreign country. Right? Import based growth increase a country term of trade. Right. Increase country welfare but decrease welfare of foreign country. Let's see this number. This table show the average annual percent change in terms of trade for the States and China between 1980s, right, to 2008, right. This one. This is average. This is average. Average change in terms of trade. Average. If you see, U.S. is not changed too much, but China term of trade decreased 1.3%. What happens? Can you guess from this number? From what we learned here. If, as an economist, can you explain this situation?
China growth is more than US.
China growth is more than US.
So the term of
Not completely answered. 70% correct. It means the growth of China bias toward export sector, right? That's why it makes China itself worse off, right? It means growth in Chinese economy is bad for Chinese itself, right? Term of trade decreased, right? It means growth in China it's biased toward export sector, right? Something like textile, right? Textile in China, we export a lot of textile, right? That's why it's biased toward export sector. That's why it's make Chinese welfare worse off. If you look at this, okay, some students want me to repeat. If you look at this number, right? This number show the change in terms of trade, right? So it means if you look at this number, right? Chinese term of trade decreased 1.3%, right, throughout 30 years. So it indicates that the growth in China is biased toward export sector, right? That's why it makes Chinese term of trade itself go down. That's why it's bad for country. It's not good for country. How it affects Thailand? If you look at this number, if Thailand is close exporter to the world, growth in China is bad or good for Thailand. If you look at this number, okay, let's assume China export close to the world, right?
So good
How
for
it affects Thailand?
Good for Thailand.
It's bad for Thailand also, right? Because China export close to the world a lot. That's why price of clothes in the world go down. We also, Thailand itself also clothes exporter. That's why export price of Thailand decrease, term of trade Thailand decrease. That's why Thailand also worse off from Chinese economy. Right? It's bad for Thailand, not good. But conversely, if Thailand is food exporter, it's good or bad for Thailand? Now it's good for Thailand, right? Because term of trade of Thailand now is price of food divided by price of clothes, right? Chinese export more clothes to the world. That's why import price of clothes decrease. Thailand better off. So it depends on we export the same goods as China or not. Right? If we export the same goods as China, then we worse off. But if we import goods from China, okay, we better off because import good price decrease. Okay? Can you analyze? Okay, one more. If Thailand, Indonesia, Germany. So Germany export to Indonesia, export car to Thailand. Okay, BMW to Thailand. And Thailand export rice to Germany. Okay, whatever. And Indonesia also export rice to Germany. Of course, car is capital intensive goods, right? Rice is labor intensive goods, right? If capital accumulated in Indonesia, if you look at this figure, Thailand and Indonesia, no trade, right? Just trade 2 to Germany. We no have trade between Thailand and Indonesia at all. But if capital accumulated in Indonesia, how it affect to Thailand? Even Thailand and Indonesia have no trade. Thailand's better off, worse off, or no change.
better off เหมือนอินโดเพราะว่าเคเพิ่ม
Better off or
better
because what? Why better off?
export same product
Because what? Because price of car in the world decrease. We Thailand also import car, right? That's why Thailand indirectly benefits from the growth of Indonesia. Even we don't have trade with each other, right? It direct effect, right? Because of demand for car in the world decrease. That's why price of car in the world decrease. Right? Thailand also import car. That's why Thailand indirectly benefits from growth in Indonesia. Something like. Right. How about if labor increase? Of course, it good or bad for Thailand?
bad
Bad for Thailand because of we export the same good as Indonesia because price of rice in the world decrease, right? It hurts Thailand also. Okay, even we have no trade, right? We still get the effects because of we are in integrated world, right? We connected by trade, right? This one in Indonesia connect with Germany, Germany connect with Thailand. That's why we all countries in the world are integrated, right? Okay, this is the first topic. The second one, this is economic growth. Next, effects of import tariff and export subsidy. Import tariff and export subsidy. What does tariff mean? Import tariff mean tax on imported goods, right? Tax on imported goods. Export subsidy, it's a payment, right, given to domestic producer, right? If you export, they pay you a money. So how import tariff and export subsidy good or bad for country? So of course both policy affects term of trade, right? First, for example, if this is world price, this is world price, and if home country impose import tariff, okay, let's say per unit, then domestic price must equal world price plus tariff, right? For example, world price $10. If we tax $1 per unit, that's why domestic price becomes $11, right? So it means tariff drive wedge between world price and domestic price. Tariffs make world price and domestic price not equal. How about export subsidy? If world price, okay, let's say 10 baht. If you export 1 unit, I give you $1. It means exporter receive PW plus subsidy if they export. How it affects on domestic price? Okay, let's say if I give you $1, it means if you export, exporter receive $11, right? If the sales domestic, they got only $10, then what happens? Then exporter, if the price, domestic price and export price are different, then they export, right? That it make domestic price increase until 11. That's why producer willing to sell domestically. If it unequal, then nobody want to sell domestic, right? Everybody export. That's why domestic price drive up until export price. That's why exporter willing to sell both domestic and international. Okay. That's why this statement say import tariff and export subsidy drive the difference between world price and domestic price. If it's free trade, no tariff or subsidy, world price and domestic price equal. Right? We call this one is internal price. Internal price or domestic price. This one is external, right? External price or world price. Okay. Do we break now? Okay, before we go